In the last 50 years, I've seen it all, or at least I thought I had, until downscan imaging came along. DSI eliminates all the guesswork. When you see a tree, it truly looks like a tree. You can actually see the limbs and the fish suspended in them. It's better than sticking your head underwater. I'm Bill Dance. Go way beyond sonar with DSI from Lowrance.
Hi everybody, Terry Brown again in the Man Cave. I'm back in the work area, the area that really gets everything done. When I have pros come in here, when we have people stop by, this is the area they want to come into. A lot of times I don't want them back here. I don't want them to know what I'm working on. I don't want them to know what baits I'm working on. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about early spring crankbaits. Jason Seelock recently wrote an article with Craig Powers, and he talked about shallow diving, medium diving crankbaits that were really good. They're hand built by CP, and they're baits that are absolutely through the roof awesome. One of the things I like to look for is a certain shape in the springtime. A lot of times, bigger profile can be better. A jerkbait, you guys, a lot of you throw a jerkbait. A lot of you may throw that kind of bait. But when the fish move up, and they're up really strong, and the water temperatures get in the mid-50s, start moving up, you get a couple of warm days, they like this shape. And what ends up happening is that this shape is a narrow-bodied, very thin-bodied crankbait, and it runs with a very decent wobble. But the thing that's neat about it is it really mimics a shad well. And this body shape for the springtime can be very good. Now there's a couple things that I like to do. This is an old mainstay. This is a Rapala Shad Rap, and one of the things about it, this bait is a tough bait to throw in the wind, but if you get it right and you get it to where you can throw it, you can catch a bunch of fish. Very subtle, doesn't have a rattle in it, very, very subtle bait. Most of you that have been out in the springtime know this is a go-to bait, and it's a bait that you'll use. You look at the shape of this bait and compare it with the Waker by Buckeye. It's a bait that is similar to it, but this bait stays on top where this bait dives. It's a bait that when it's getting there, fish get up shallow, they're on their bed, they're getting around the bed, they're starting to move up close. I like to throw this bait along grass lines and some of those kind of places. The other thing I like to do is be able to pick another bait that is a similar type bait to the Shad Rap, but might dive a little bit deeper. One of the things I've found out in cold front conditions is on the edge of that grass where they've moved up, getting ready to go up to spawn. When they get ready to back off in a cold front, they'll back off just a little bit deeper water. This bait can do the same thing. So when you're throwing this bait maybe a little bit deeper, you may go up to the Waker when they start really moving up close, and then you'll be able to go with this bait off just a little bit. So when you look at these baits, look at the shape of these baits, look at the way they're designed. They're great shallow water crankbaits, and they're great for pre-spawn and spawn fishing.